Osiris, god of the afterlife. Osiris's head spun. How had he arrived here? But the love of his life was kissing him, and right now that's all that mattered. The couple plucked clusters from the tops of papyrus and made a feathery bed to share. Woman of the lotus, man of the papyrus, union of Upper and Lower Egypt, a rare and tender night. It was a moment of perfect happiness. They knew within Isis's womb a son grew. It was a moment of utter sadness. They knew this was their last time as husband and wife. Once death comes, even to a god, life on earth is past. Osiris woke at dawn, green as papyrus, kissed his sleeping sister-wife goodbye, and walked into the waters, still uncomprehending, aware only that this was preordained. He must leave this land, this wife, this life. When had the Nile become so wide? Then he tasted the salt of sorrow, his wife's tears. In a vision of memory that wasn't his, Osiris saw Isis wandering, her raw feet, hoarse throat, ragged heart. He raged at such sadness. He could do nothing to heal past wounds, but he would honor the enduring grief. Yes, he would make the river flood yearly. When the waters retreated, they would leave behind silt to enrich the land so plants could grow. The land would resurrect to match Osiris's resurrection. Sheep would graze, bleeding praise to Osiris's spirit. Osiris laughed sadly. A good would come of his death, an abundant harvest each year, a fitting homage to the tragedy of Isis and Osiris. Osiris swam with the Nile fish, and it felt natural, as though water was home. The sheath that covered him was skin, not scales, but it was green and hope-studded. The world rolled with the current, the flow, the bobbing, the floating. In a blink all changed. More dark memories, but these threatened his sanity, for these were his alone. He was alive in that beautifully carved box in black that held only the clean smell of cedar. As he pushed and shouted and struggled against the lid, that mild smell was overpowered by the acrid odor of his sour breath, the stench of mortal fear. There was little air in this tomb. His mouth, and then skin, and then insides dried. He was cold, lifeless, a miserable wretch, for he would have no funeral, no tomb for his wife to honor, eternally alone. Then everything changed. He was dead still, sealed in his coffin still, yet he knew that Isis was close. She carried him home. She would right this most grievous wrong. But then Set came and shredded him. Osiris's parts would have throbbed if they could. Never whole again, never whole again. Until Isis made him whole. How she had done it, Osiris did not know, but he knew their love had transformed her. She became the sweet wind that refreshes. True love could do that. Osiris hadn't realized that Set despised him until the moment before that lid fell, when he saw Set's face twisted with envy, jealousy, naked need. Could Set have discovered Osiris's interlude with his wife, Nephthys? It was a simple mistake. The sisters looked alike. Nephthys was the silent shade cast by her sister, a faint replica, and it was only once. Such a high price to pay for an accident. Well, the price was now paid in full. Osiris's fresh green skin slowed away in the waters. A poignant kiss goodbye. He grew black-skinned, dark as what lay beneath the earth. He swam to the underworld duat where his nephew Anubis oversaw the dead. But Anubis yielded his supremacy there to Osiris, a gesture of loyalty and love that touched Osiris's heart. Osiris vowed to rule with mercy, for no one knew better than Osiris how awful would be a world without mercy.